Okay, so we want to discuss about our case study assessment. The case study is related to Apple Incorporated. So doctor have given to us a full set of case study that we need to analyze and discuss what is the best answer for all two questions. So we have two questions. That is, the first is to perform a personal computer industry environment assessment for Apple Incorporated. And the second is what are the Apple's strength and weakness that it must manage in its strategy to sustain its iPhone success. Explain and provide justification for your answer based on the case study. So for you guys' information, the best way to answer the first question is we need to know what is the environment assessment that we should use in the first question. Do you guys have any ideas what type of environment assessment that we need to use? Do you guys? Maybe Afika, can you give us what is the environment assessment?
Yeah. Oh, sure, like the problem bias and yeah.
So you suggest that we should use microportal, 5 process of microportal.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys agree with that?
Yes, I think that's the best for to answer the question.
It's more like compared to another assessment, right? Okay. For the second question, and then for the first question, we need to focus on a personal computer only. Okay, not other devices that produced by Apple. Okay. So how about the second question? What do you guys think? How you want to answer the questions? Maybe, Zach, do you have any ideas?
Okay, since you're talking about the strength and weaknesses about Apple, so I find that the strength for Apple is the expansion of their business. Because when it first began, it was technology company. So it basically derives from computer, and then they started revolutionized by creating the first smartphone, like on the show that day in the video, right? So that's when started the first smartphone created in history. So Apple started the expansion in the technology. They revolutionized the technology world. So I would say their expansion in business is a really good strength for them. Another example is Apple also launched a streaming services called as Apple TV Plus. So they actually won an award, not for the streaming services, but Apple TV Plus actually organized a movie and they launched it in the streaming services called Coda. The movie is called Coda, and it was the first movie that won Academy Award on the year 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So that's one of the examples I can give for the strengths.
That is correct. How about weakness? The users, do you have any ideas?
I think the weakness is higher price. Higher price can be the weakness.
Oh, so that is your roughly idea about weakness, right? About the price. Okay, so I think we need to discuss more. Okay, so before we discuss more about that, about the answer, how about we read more about the case study and then we discuss back? Is that okay? Alright, so we take a minutes to read. Okay. I need to submit.
So the first question is more related to the personal computer industry.
Yes.
The second? The second question?
I think the second question is should focus on iPhone only. Because okay, I know some of you have a confusion about the second questions. It's not about strength and weakness of Apple Incorporated. It's a strength and weakness of iPhone and how Apple use it as to how Apple use that strength and weakness to strategize to sustain the iPhone. Because I don't know whether iPhone or not. What do you guys think different from me? Or you think that it should supposedly talk about the strength and weakness of Apple or iPhone?
I think it's about the strength of Apple, how they want to sustain the strategy to sell more iPhone. I think like that.
Oh, so you think that we should talk about strength and weakness Apple Incorporated?
Yeah.
How do you want the way they bounce back with iPhone's success? And then how to maintain your all iPhone 11 while the mobile phone industry. I think that's the way because Apple is the brand and iPhone is the product. So we need to focus both, but we need to mention more on the Apple itself because their strategy, because of their management, how they are deliver and success they are promoting their product.
I see. So that's how to answer the second question. Okay, so we need to analyze the Apple. The second question should not focus on iPhone only. We need to focus on
like Apple now, people are consuming iPhone more than MacBook. So that's why we are talking about how iPhone success contributes to Apple.
Oh,
We have to talk about iPhone based Apple success.
so it's totally different with Africa said just now because Africa said that we need to focus on Apple and Apple's strength and weakness, not iPhone's strength and weakness. So
How Apple
How Apple use their strength
Yeah.
to make iPhone
And
success.
Yeah.
that's it. So it's something like
It
that.
also
lah.
mentioned in the question that's mentioned that what are Apple's strengths and weakness that may need to be strategy to sustain its iPhone success. So that what derive the iPhone help Apple to sustain in the industry market.
the iPhone one flop. If iPhone flops, Apple flop.
Yeah.
That's what they are doing.
Maybe the question if you use MacBook, maybe it come to the worst to the Apple, but they use iPhone because iPhone have a good marketing counseling and people using iPhone rather than MacBook for the product Apple product.
Yes. How about Africa? How about Shifa and Yusni now? You guys to want to add on something before we start the first question.
I think we can contribute the how we use the strength and weakness how to sustain the Apple product. I think iPhone.
How about you, Shifa? I think it's because it's quite
Quite
tricky.
confusing.
Right?
Maybe we should
Maybe
focus first.
Apple industry, Apple industry. So you guys want to talk about the iPhone is the item, the product.
But I think maybe we should focus on the first question
Okay.
first, when we go to the tricky and horrible question 2, and then
I think so.
and so maybe we go to first question first, then we go into deep for the second question. Can we?
Yes, let's try.
So, for the first question, it's a short question, but I'm sure it's not easy as the simple question. So, the question is perform personal competence environment assessment for Apple industry. So this we need to give a meaning, right? Give me like one by one, right? For the 5,
We have to discuss about this.
yeah.
So as we know, the forces of voters,
But we have it.
we have tree of entry, the power of suppliers, the power of buyers, the tree of substitutes, and the rivalry among existing competitors. So,
Maybe anyone that have made a as we mentioned before in our discussion before that we need to know everything in the portal. So what you guys think about the trade of entry? Anybody?
I think the first element of portal 5, the portal's force analysis is what the trade of entry. So based on my understanding, I see that the trade of entry we need to include that includes company relying on the competitors or high. I think like the high price for the PC or personal computer industry. So other than that, we can include about the customer loyalty, their product differentiation, the market share of the PC company or PC market, and then the cost advantage to protect themselves against. And then I think we can include too about the high entry cost nowadays of the high entry cost now before the company does itself. So I think that's for the trade of entry that I can elaborate about that point. So anyone want to include anything or have our second element, the power of supply.
Thank you, Emma. I agree with you about the three of them. For the second element, the power supplies, I think the various part that make up the PC are either produced by PC manufacturers or purchased by them. The majority of part are readily available and sold by many sources. But unfortunately, the majority of PC manufacturers, if not all of them, lack the essential techniques needed to produce the central processing unit (CPU), the most vital component of the PC. There are only two suppliers of CPU that is Intel and AMD. Intel controls a sizable portion of the market, about 80%, giving them a significant negotiation power with the PC manufacturers. A PC will be useless without an operating system installed on it. It is a necessary product because the majority of PC run through Windows. When Microsoft have the opportunity to take a sizable chunk of the PC industry profits, about the third elements, the power of buyers.
I think that our buyers, right, the buyer have the influence for the price and the quantity of the products. So customer may easily find that comparable alternative and compete with the providers as the PC standardize and become more like a commodity. So customer that price conscious can easily integrate into the market by creating their own PC with no switching costs between the providers. So the buyer's bargaining power is boosted by all those elements, which is significant. Why are you laughing?
Sorry, I think I don't know, there was someone bring and the webmaster. Okay, how about the four element, the three or something skills?
By my research and my review, I did not prepare the well answer, but as you all know, three of substitute the product that have substitute, so it will affect the industry and also the company itself. So the ability of a product that consumer can buy instead of the industry, but offering how water define the trade of substitute. So it's give a big impact also to the industry, and to me it's advantage also for the industry and also for the customer because they will choose the company that are very good enough, and the company will improve their quality and not stop to improve the quality because they have a substitute, they have trade of substitute products. So that's a little bit of trade of substitute that I have read according to the portal, but I will search more about this and I will put in the draft to make sure that our answer will be the best answer to answer this question. So
do you think that the Apple product is easy to substitute or not?
Apple product.
The PC. Do you think that the PC that produced by Apple is easily substituted by the product?
For me, that I'm not an Apple user. This is just my opinion. But we need to do a research because nowadays we have a lot to make a research regarding Apple and so on. But in my own opinion, PC Apple is not substitute product for me because my priority is not the product because the Apple user will know the Apple Drive and so on, so they have to use the Apple product to link. So they did not use the usually laptop because they did not feel that they substitute. But for me, the laptop that I'm used is Android, Huawei, Novo, something else is substitute because I can choose whether I want to use Apple or the general brand. So to me, it's a substitute for me.
Easily substitute. So how about you, the last? How about you, just?
I think great point from Apple, but then I think Apple is in trend of substitution because we have much cheaper options rather than Apple. I don't think everyone prioritize brands over quality. Because if myself also I will because it's too much of a price for a student. So I'd rather go for a cheaper substitute. So I think it's a threat for substitution, which brings to the next one that I'm going to talk about, which is rivalry among the competitors, where Apple has several competitors in the market already. According to the case study just now we read, 53.6 of all PC shipments worldwide in 2011 were made by the top 4 PC manufacturers, including HP, Dell, Lenovo, and Acer. So in the previous past 3 decades, 30 years, there have been multiple changes in leadership in the industry, in the PC industry, where HP is the most recent leader which holds the market, not Apple. So after a difficult period following the 2002 acquisition of Compaq, HP outsourced the majority of its production to Asia and significantly reduced its expenses. So with 12.6 of all PC shipments globally in 2011, Dell had the second largest market share. It's unique. Dell has the unique mix of direct sales and manufacturing made to order, was well liked in the corporate sector for the second decade. And Lenovo, as a Chinese company, raised to the top of the PC market in 2005 after purchasing IBM's PC division for 1.15 billion. This commanding position in China, the PC market with the highest rate of growth in the world, where it held a 35% share in the whole PC industry. So I think Apple is under a threat because there is much more efficient and more the brands which has more potential than Apple. Because Apple, for me, I think it's just a brand.
Yes.
People buy it just for the design and the brand. And there are much cheaper versions of PC that we can use, which are way convenient. So which brings to the second question.
I think we will go to the question. As a conclusion, just now, for what we have discussed, it can say that Apple is having some problem, especially on competitors, and then the product is easily substituted with because we have another competitor that produce the same product and maybe the same quality with the Apple, but with the different prices. Because on the personal computer, Apple always sell their product in the high, high price or in expensive price because they believe that expensive price is suitable with their quality. But however, they also need to remember that they have a lot of competitors that can sell the same product with another more cheap, okay, compared with the competitor. And then based on what I can say about the suppliers also, the trick of the suppliers is the PC, in the PC industry, we don't have a lot of system provider or PC system provider companies. We have the major PC computer, the PC industrial players such as we have Microsoft, we have Intel, we have IBM, something like that. So the Apple need to make sure that all these suppliers can give the best service or give the best price to them, because if the supplier change the price or it will make negative the impact from Apple productions. So that's why it's very important to analyze this type of environment.
I think it's also a bit that Apple should focus about the supplier, because the supplier give the same quality and the same service to others, it will give a big impact on the competitors, and also the quality of the product same, because why did people choose Apple if they can get the others with the same quality, with the same product, because of the same supplier, but with the lower price?
Yes.
So that Apple should focus how they should strategize their management and also their future.
That's a great discussion for the first question. How about the second question?
So can we proceed for the second question, which more tricky, and it will open our mind to more deep with this discussion. And so, what are Apple's strengths and weaknesses that it must manage in its strategy to sustain its iPhone success? Explain and provide justification for your answer and based on the case. So, as you all can see now, today everyone wants to using iPhone, want to using Apple product. So why we should put ourselves as a customer and the person who use iPhone even though we use Android, and why we think that we should get the iPhone? And I think anybody that have the idea about the strange that why you choose iPhone and also Apple product?
I would like to answer the questions. The first trend that I think is the Apple is leading innovation in mobile technology. The design of Apple iPhone are largely imitated by actually visually all the cell phones. New Ultrabook. In addition, Apple. So sorry. Mosquito eat me. In addition, Apple has its own hardware, operating system, software, and services. I think I need to answer that. Okay, do it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I think the first slide is iPhone is a leading innovation in mobile technology. The design of Apple iPhones are largely imitated by the virtually all cell phones. In addition, Apple has its own hardware, operating system, software, and services, which are all neatly integrated into the cloud system. For instance, Apple 2007 introduced a touchscreen technology, touchscreens for the first generation iPhone. In fact, in Apple press release on 9 January 2007, Apple says that its product was a revolutionary new mobile phone. The revolutionary that the company is referring to is one of them. The iPhone allows users to make calls and send messages by simply tapping the screen. The Apple is steadfast to develop and produce highly efficient technological devices. Therefore, to minimize the risk of duplication, Apple should continue to develop its product aggressively and maintain momentum. It may also take into account forming alliances with other distributors to expand the overall market reach of its product. I think that's the first strength.
I think it's a good strategy because leading innovation is not all industry are ready to leading the innovation. As you can see, Nokia, the other brands, they did not want to follow the innovation, which they can disappear easily in the industry. So I think it's a good point to answer the second question. I think we can add some, in my opinion, with the Apple is have a strong brand equity and also brand awareness. As we all know, Apple, even though it's very, very, very expensive, but still people want to save their money to buy the product. So they have a very strong brand, and one of the, I think it's a brand image because of they have a customer that I think they have market their product with mouth to mouth, because it can make a strong brand for the Apple. And also, I think Apple also have a good post service. Because of that, the customers still loyal to, maybe loyal, but they have a give a good brand, good 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 expectation for the customer, even though the customer is never use the Apple product, but because of the mouth to mouth and their post service, if they seen that the Apple have a good brand. So what do you guys think? Maybe we can add some more strength so that can answer this question clearly.
Also, in my opinion, maybe the Apple strategic distribution, because Apple have consists of two strategy, which is a direct and indirect approach. So most of the Apple sales of the iPhone or product came from the indirect channels, such as like third party seller provider, like network carriers, wholesaler, retailers, and reseller. So most retail stores located in the shopping malls and urban shopping district, which have high traffic location to create visibility independent from sales. So this gave the company leverage to control its branding strategy. So the direct channel is the Apple stores, which are critical for customer experience, services, business, and branding at scale. This channel plays a key role for the exposure of the brand, which is the stores are placed in a location that is most iconic across the world. So moreover, the Apple store is a place where the service business is developed. For instance, customer can be educated in the stores. So that's all for me. Maybe someone else have others.
I think successful and competent research can be the strength. Okay, this because Apple always concerned about their aesthetic and user experience. Okay, they are very focused on their R&D. Okay, and then they can understand about the detail about what their customer needs and then what their customer experience, and then they are very careful to make study and then investigation and then observation to their R&D. Okay, based on my observation, I can find 9% at the beginning Apple spent to their R&D from their capital, and then from 2010, they just spend 1.78 billion US dollar for their R&D, and then every year they increase their capital to their R&D. Okay, and then in 2015 they are improved to 8.07 billion, and then 2021 21.991, and then the last 2022 they spend their capital 26.25 billion. This is the higher capital they spend to their R&D. Okay, so that's why they can sustain to their Apple product. Okay, because they have a good R&D development.
How about you, Zach?
Okay, I just bring back the point I said just now. I said expansion in business, but what I feel that based on my observation that Apple is very innovative. They are very creative when it comes to creating new products, like new set of technology that will definitely catch an eye for all their customers. So they are very innovative in that matter. So when I feel in that way that they create new stuff and all their competitors follow them. As an example, is their first model of their iPhone. And then the second thing I can bring as a point is facial recognition. iPhone was the first model. The company actually created facial recognition. It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was iPhone X. It was established in 2017. Since that, they started facial recognition. After that, only Samsung now started, and Huawei and all that. So I feel like iPhone is the leading competitor for all the other companies there because they follow iPhone's footsteps. They feel that Apple is a good brand that is very innovative. They create new ideas. So people will definitely follow to them. So other companies follow iPhone's footsteps so they can catch an eye. But since iPhone's price are high, so Huawei, for example, as Huawei, they'll do the same concept but make it cheaper. So that's their concept there. iPhone, on the other hand, is more like if you say in Malay, harga tarahan. It's the price depends on the brand. So like that's what I feel about their strength. They are very innovative in creating stuff like this. So this question number 2, right, is only sole purpose for the iPhone. So I can say that they are, at each and every model they do is like there will definitely be something new and very innovative, and something that will definitely catch an eye in their software update or their core update or hardware update. So yeah, that's my point.
But I think that is a great sharing from three of you guys use because how about do you guys want to add on something?
Okay. I think for instance we can also take a point as customer loyalty. Okay. Because Apple have a good customer loyalty. Because the iPhone brand it have a good quality from their product. iPhone always make improvement and it make customer always want to buy their latest iPhone. As we know, we also learn from the user iPhone that said once an Apple user, always an Apple user. Okay, even the price is higher, but customer always to buy. It may be because of the brand, the quality, or another the trend. Make the customer always want to use it. Okay. Next, other than that, Apple user can easily to connect their iCloud storage and upload their file and data to them. So, if customer decide to change their iPhone brand, it will not easy to upload their iCloud storage to another storage.
Okay.
I have a point. I feel like Apple has the best marketing strategy because if they don't have it, why would people queue up on the first day because they are on the iPhone release, right? They have a really good I think they are like a master of advertisement because they create a hype even before like weeks, months before the release, the actual release, and everybody go crazy on discussing, and then if you see people will queue up and then they will fight over who's the first one to buy the iPhone 14. Like on the first day they will like buy, and then they will post like, oh, I got the iPhone 14 on the first day, I'm the first buyer and everything. So I think it's a hype of them doing the marketing advertisement, and also brings back memory of how Dr. Francis he showed the first iPhone, you know,
Collections.
press release to what the iPhones, how to say the video, the one he showed the first iPhone, the video, the introduction of iPhone.
teaser.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, the one he stand there and yeah, the video really like brought back inspired a lot of people to buy, and then they have a lot of good loyal customers for Apple itself, like how Shifa said, like even though they they have the same features and everything, but there is like even there's like a small update, they would really buy the new iPhone and everything. So yeah, that is from me, from Strand side.
Okay, I want kita masih
For everything, I think we have 7 stage, right? So above the Apple. So I think everything have stage and also weakness. So I can guarantee that Apple also have the weakness, but I did not discover yet. So what you guys think about the weakness of Apple?
Okay. Okay, can I?
Yes, please.
I think for weakness, for the iPhone is the gray market. The problem when the customer bought the iPhone from Tomi's reseller and use them on uncertain mobile network. Okay. The problem with the gray market is when the manufacturer take advantage of selling product directly to customer. So where it also assumed as an official market, where it would have yet to be obtained from the official distribution. User can buy them even if they are not from distribution from the Apple company.
So
Then
it's about unauthorized reseller.
yes.
That's the biggest weakness. How about the second one? What's not the second one? What is other weakness?
The second weakness, So I feel like, how to say, they have really poor specification. Because, okay, as an example, iPhone is known for their very limited battery life. Because, how to say, their battery life is very vulnerable. Like for an example, Joe is actually using iPhone 11 or X, and it cannot stand until one day or so.
Yeah.
Not like my Samsung. So like how to say, they are actually enhancing their battery technology, but then like compared to other phones, like it's not as appealing. It's not as strong. I don't know how to do. I don't know what is the SI unit, what's the calculation for that and all. But then when once I did a comparison between Samsung and iPhone, and Samsung actually beat when it comes to battery percentage. But to be honest, that's the only good thing when it comes to Samsung. Yeah.
So there is a specification also.
So I think the higher price also can consider as their weakness, okay? Because the higher price they make Apple just get a limited distribution network, because they can just target to the high-end market, okay? And then the company careful to choose their seller and product like iPhone and Max, and then the exclusive strategy has limited market reach and indirectly also cause their product not to be available in a large quantity market. And then in addition, due to the premium price offered by Apple has caused them to depend only the high-end market segment. Okay, and then
so they have a limited market.
limited market. But however they have their weakness, they can still survive to sustain until nowadays, because they use the premium price strategy, okay, to make the create value to customer, and then the customer still buy the iPhone product.
I see. So how about the last weakness?
So I wonder if the weakness can include in the iPhone industry nowadays is having a lot of competitors, including Samsung, Oppo, Huawei, and others mobile phone. So actually we can see from the fierce competition of iPhone and other phone mobile phone industry nowadays in terms of price. in terms of price that they offers in the market. So not everyone can afford to buy the latest model of an iPhone compared to other phone brands on the market. And then, moreover, this low and affordable price attracts more buyers from all groups and especially low income groups to use it, while the iPhones only focus on buyers who come from high income. You need to save money and so on. So I think the iPhone brands is also becoming hot in the global market nowadays and enables them to continue to successfully maintain its sustainability in this market nowadays. So I think that's all from me about witness.
Yeah.
So I think that's enough for the strength and also the weakness. But I think we need to more detail in our answer, because today our discussion have a good discussion and we have searched a good item. But I think in our answer we need more at the value and maybe so the analysis that we can strengthen our answer to make sure that we answer the question correctly and clearly that we can get full mark lah. So anything want to add up?
No, I
think we just had up the assignment.
yeah, more. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone.